The dudes who I know who are so good on the first date, you know why they're so good on the first date?
They've been on a lot.
Because they keep getting fired. The guy who's really good at the job interview, you know why he's good at job interview? Because he keeps getting fired. And he keeps going to job interviews. The guy who's good on the first date, he's good because he keeps going on first dates. If I introduce you to this dude and he's like nervous, he's fumbling, he's like, I don't really know what to order here, Mastros. I've never been here before. And he's fumbling. He's a divorcee.
Yeah,
he never cheated on his wife. The mother makes $350 a year as a neurosurgeon, but he just doesn't know how to talk to you. He's never been on Seeking Arrangement. He doesn't even know how to use Tinder. He doesn't know how to do any of this stuff. And he all he wants is a woman to just like share his life with and spoil the shit out of her. And he's fumbling and he's nervous and he's the greatest guy you ever met. And you come back to your girlfriends and you're like, yeah, he was just kind of weird. I just wasn't really feeling it. And then you go your toxic ex that night right after your date.
Oh my God.
I've seen it happen so many times.
for sure.
You can't tell me it's not real. It is real.
That's for sure.
And
I've
you
seen
didn't
that.
give, and that perfect dude for you, you didn't give him a chance. You didn't give him a chance because he wasn't exciting enough. So I'm telling you, for me, it's a body type. There's a body type where I just literally can't say no to.
All right, we don't care, dude. We don't care about his body type thing. But what do you guys think about that? Because, yeah, go ahead.
First dates, I've had amazing first dates, and relationship, I don't say ended well, but I think first dates are really important. If you're like really, let's say like easy going on the first date, does not mean you've been on a bunch of first dates over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. I don't think that like one amazing great first date, I don't think that determines that this guy is on a repeat of going on first dates. Mm-hmm. My first date on Sunday was,
I think what he's trying to get at is that if a guy is nervous on the first date, maybe he's not coming across as super confident, like maybe he doesn't have a lot of experience going on dates, a woman's going to see that. And there's also the whole like the click chemistry connection thing. A guy who's nervous on the first date is not going to elicit the click, whatever the fuck that bullshit means, from a woman.
I mean,
it's fucking bullshit. It's
the first day I just went on Sunday, like he didn't pay for the first, like the food or whatever, and like he definitely was really nervous, and I talked to him about it afterwards because I was like, hey, like honestly couldn't tell if you're feeling me or not, like I don't know, should we continue this or whatever, and he said he was just quiet, but definitely first dates are like the biggest first impression on me. If you have a great first date and blah blah, blah, like I'm gonna continue to talk to you. But if it's like kind of dry and not really flowing as well, then I'm probably not going to continue as well. Unless like we talk about it, I'm like, hey, is everything okay? Unless I like address it. But if it's just kind of quiet and like weird and just not matching right, then I'm not going to really continue it.
I don't know. I feel like the most like nervous guys, like I get nervous on first dates. If I really care about the guy, I'll definitely get nervous. And it's always like, I think it's really cute when a guy gets nervous and he really cares. Mm-hmm. And he like puts an effort, whether he's confident or not. If he's like invested into the date, I think that's amazing.
I'm going to add on to that. I think it's a difference between being nervous and not flowing as well as you should together. I think that's a pretty big difference. I mean, I personally am not nervous on a first date. I will talk your ear off and have a great time. But I think there's a difference between being really nervous and like really excited about it, or you're just kind of quiet and not really feeling it.
Yeah, like two people can click and like they can still be nervous and like or timid, but that just because you're shy doesn't necessarily mean that like it's not going well.
Yeah. I've also learned that having like almost no expectations, or just like for the first date, like you're just meeting this person, so like having no expectations for both of you is a safer way.
Okay, if you're gonna read the chat, at least be visible to the camera. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's basically it. Just having
you're just like behind the microphone.
Oh,
so.
sorry. I'll sit up straight. That's my bad.
You're still blocked, but go ahead. Whatever. Go ahead.
No, that's basically it. Just having no expectation, just kind of walking away with like, well, I mean, just another person that I met.
What was the question? I'm sorry. I know you have to play the sound effect.
Just if the difference between a guy going on first dates over and over again, or a guy, or I want to just basically reaction to
something
the video.
Like a guy being nervous or something.
It's
I don't
just
care
the video.
If a guy's nervous, as long as he's nice to me and polite. You know,
earlier you said you want a guy who's confident.
Yeah, but I think it's like, I can't really. I feel like it's wrong to me to be like, oh, if a guy ever gets nervous and he's out of my life. Like, even confident guys get nervous. We all get nervous. I'm confident and I get nervous. Like, I feel like, I don't know, it'd just be wrong of me to say like, oh, this person gets nervous around me, like, boo. Like, I think it's sweet as long as they don't let their anxiety, like, you know, ruin our time together.
That's me. I'm
No,
the
same.
anxiety
I'm kinda
person
like
that
that.
just ruins everything.
I mean, you can say that.
Self-sabotage.
Here, I'll let you go ahead.
Self-destruct.
Going back to the video, he said that, you know, the guys who are really good on the first date are more often the guys who are failing at relationships, and that's why they go on a lot of dates. I can't really, like, speak from opinion on that one. I haven't had that many first dates, I suppose. I've been in one really long-term relationship, and now I'm in another one. I think that the first date needs to be fun, and you guys need to definitely, you'll get a sense of like how you communicate and have a good time together. I agree with a lot of what you said. I don't think it's an issue if he's nervous, but I do think if it's an issue if the nervousness leads to really uncomfortable situations that I just wouldn't feel comfortable in.
Agree.
I don't know. I mean, you hear a lot of women say, oh, I didn't feel the chemistry. I didn't feel the spark. I didn't feel the lightning. I didn't feel the butterflies. I didn't feel the click, right? So if a guy is not on point on a first date, it's a wrap for the vast majority of women. Like, it's just a wrap. You guys can say, oh, if he's nervous, it's okay.
I'm always really nervous, so like I always feel like.
Yeah, but that's not
okay.
really gonna be a detriment to you.
It could
on a
be.
date,
I mean, it
really.
has before. I mean, I've liked someone really like a lot, and they were just like, "Yeah, you're just too anxious for me as a person."
But like
I'm
men, we don't really look
sorry.
to women like, oh, she's got to be. We don't like a woman being confident is not like very low
Yeah.
or even non-existent on the totem pole of what guys find attractive in women. Like, probably if you ask most women, the number one thing they'll say is like confident or even
Yeah.
funny. That's another one.
Funny.
Yeah.
Those two, confident and funny, men, we don't care about either of those.